Heart of Texas Media Network, any and all things Texas. Texas is at the forefront of a lot of conversations for a lot of different reasons, for a lot of different things. One thing in particular is gaming, gambling, and everything of the sort. Legalized gambling is still not a thing that is fully realized here in Texas, but we know that it's a gaming sport. I mean, this is a gaming state. I mean, when you have a whole portion of a game, when you have a whole style of game like Texas Hold'em with poker, that tells you everything that you need to know about a state like Texas. Texas likes to play. We like to play. And but there's been a long, heated debate over legalized gambling, and it's taken on a whole new life as of recently with the Sands Corporation. I wrote a whole article. Yes, we do at Heart of Texas Media Network. We do have a blog that we are actively trying to push more content on and push more traffic to for you readers out there. So I will invite you to read this entire article, and I have some links to some more articles, but I wrote my little piece on it. So please avail yourselves of that opportunity. But it just talks about how Texas is at the heat of a fierce debate over legalized gambling once again. A place called Mustang, Texas. Have you heard of Mustang, Texas? It's supposed to be up there by Dallas, outside of Corsicana. I've heard of Corsicana. And it's proposed to keep local gambling dollars from disappearing in the neighboring states like Oklahoma and Louisiana. Oklahoma and Louisiana are reputed for having favorable gambling laws, and that's the destination for a lot of people. And Texas wants to keep those dollars in state, of course, obviously. And so whenever you have these new proposals, there's going to be opposing sides, people who are on one side who want to hold on to long-standing laws and statutes, and then you have of course the capitalists of Texas. And then we know, of course, that gambling is really nothing new to Texas. There's all types of gray areas, all types of fine lines, legal gray areas. You got underground poker rooms, slot machines, and convenience stores, unregulated betting. So there's just a question of whether Texas wants to regulate it and tax gambling instead of just acting like it doesn't exist, because we know it does exist. It's the first gaming district is what they're proposing in the town of Mustang. Mustang is known most notably being owned by Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban, I believe, owns the entire town of Mustang, and it's has potential as a destination resort for for a gaming district. And of course the investors are going to tout and promise revenue, job creation, but then the locals always, especially in rural Texas, locals are going to be opposed to change. That's just the nature of it's the classic imagery of big city investors coming in and small town America being opposed to it. So the opinion is fiercely divided, and some can say that it's going to be a financial lifeline, and then of course there's always the social implications, the dire social implications that again, they're very characteristic of small town America, small town Texas. And then you get into the issues of taxation and the dispersion of those funds. Just the unsavory, in some people's mind, the unsavory traffic that it will attract. People are always going to be opposed to that type of thing. So this is a issue that has come to a head a few times in different places, different times, and with Mark Cuban being a very well-known figure, and again owning the potential casino hub of Mustang, Texas. It's a good name, though. It's a good name. The Mustang Gaming District. I mean, it's just got that Texas nature of Texas, and especially that North Texas, Dallas. They like to really perpetuate that imagery of the wild cowboy Mustang, right? Whatever. Yeah. So I know they're going to play that up, but this Mustang bill has sparked fresh debate. So reading some of the comments, one person noted very adeptly how and pointed out Abbott whores out Texas, and Dan Patrick is bought by the liquor lobby. It'll happen in due time. It's just a matter of the gambling lobbyists just need to pay more to play. So that's an interesting point the man made. It really comes down to who is the highest bidder. So I guess this tells me maybe the Sands Corporation came in and didn't propose enough money, didn't throw enough money on the table to make it worthwhile. Because I guarantee if they came with the right, I kind of agree with this commenter, with his comment that gambling lobbyists just need to pay more to play. I pretty much agree with that. I think Texas is known as a deal maker state, so they're gonna the powers that be are gonna play the game according to the highest bidder. And so nobody's coming with an attractive offer. Nobody has made an offer that officials can't refuse. So I guess it just remains to be seen, because I just can't see that just the way the society is moving, the collective consciousness. I don't see Texas staying in last place for too long for things like marijuana. I mean, they've already very much relaxed on marijuana laws. It's pretty much legal. It'll get there. It's accelerated more now than ever in the last few years as far as the legalization of marijuana. We're almost there. I mean, you can pretty much buy legal weed in the stores. Yeah, and the stuff they sell in the stores now is I mean, you can get some. I mean, for me, I can get some good weed, but I digress. But yeah, I mean, everywhere you go into these convenience stores, and you're gonna see slot machines. The underground poker rooms are running rampant. They're in high traffic areas. The sports betting, the mini baccarat games, and all that. I mean, Texas, we have gambling, and again, we pretend like it doesn't exist. So to make it a gambling districts and just the grand display of it, that's what remains to be seen, and that's what's going to ultimately boil down to who's the highest bidder in that aspect. But we'll see what's next for Texas gambling. I just thought this was interesting. Let's talk about it. Talk to me. I talk bike. Talk about gambling. What's your take on gambling in Texas? Peace and blessings.